Good early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Will, what time it is? I'm doing a live stream. Is it 3 what?
2:36.
Good early in the morning. Look, I need to talk to you all early in the morning. Y'all may not catch this until, probably, what's today? It's Monday. You probably won't catch this video until about Tuesday because it stays 12 hours in the ethers once again. Like I said, hey, Dianca, you get the belt bossum welcome me call. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, gotta do it low. Hello, hippie Lux and brown sugar. How you doing? And hello, Kia. Kia, how you been doing? Okay, so I have had a breakthrough. I want to talk about that. First of all, don't forget that I have my website down in the description box. You can go ahead and click down there and look at my description box and go ahead to my website and look and see if there are some products that you're interested in. My books are also provided for you all. Yeah, Amazon links are down there. You can click on the link and purchase my books if you are interested in it to see what's on my mind and see what I have been creating. Okay, support the channel, support the cause. Okay, it is deeply appreciated. Pretty soon I will have the link to the website Temple of the Crossroads as well as the YouTube channel will be put down there. Check out Hoodoo Conjures Marketplace. We have some wonderful products out there for purchase. Okay, so sorry for taking some time up on that. But anyways, some people would like to know. They want to know what's going on. So I've had some breakthroughs, and after I talk about that, then we could just chit chat if y'all like to, because we're gonna get to the point where people who are coming for the title, you understand, can the get the food and move on if they need to. What I'm going to tell you is going to save a lot of your energy and save you some time here on the planet so you won't tarry too long. As you all already know, I have been going through a process of a metamorphosis. And, as you grow older, a lot of people may not understand this, depending on where you are on your level of spirituality. But as you grow old or grow bold, okay, you'll understand by and by. So I have been shedding off some old thoughts and everything. So as I was telling everybody, and I'm going to be doing this explaining for a minute, my choice to no longer represent that actual genre of spirituality, which I'm gonna take some time out from one video to the next. I'm not gonna tarry on it too long, but kind of give some people who may be totally lost trying to figure out why, the decision, why I made that decision. Just like if I start dreadlocks and I shave them off and decide this is not what I want anymore, I think I need to explain these things because there are a lot of people that are investing a lot of their time and energy and interest in my process on this journey, which is understandable, okay? So some people want some explanations. They want to know why. Other people are like down for the cause. Mama, wherever you going, I'm going. Mama, I made that decision a long time ago. I understand where you're coming from. So the actual support has been very encouraging, and I thank every last one of you all for that. Here's Gede. Gede, tell them hey. Gede, say hello. Gede, where's your hand? Okay. So Gede is up with me tonight. Well, early in the morning. Because what I'm gonna do in just a little bit, I've already eaten. Like I had me something to eat. I had some raisins and a banana. Because see, I really eat more food that grow from the ground now. So it also makes a difference. I mean, I can't say the food that grow from the ground helped me make the decision, but there still was a process at hand that helped me make the decision to eat the food from the ground. So it's a combination of both. Much more aware, and my acuity is heightened as I make decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just wild and it's crazy. To get to this point in my life and realize that I have grown up considerably, and I'm looking forward to growing even more. And I hope that you all will, stay and grow with me. I'm gonna be making a lot of changes. You'll hear a lot of changes in, my presentation here on YouTube. So you're definitely gonna sense the change. I'm much more relaxed. And it may just be a phase. Who knows? Mama might be getting rowdy in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Just boom. Just fly off like a wild card. But yeah, it's a more of a calming spirit here. The breakthrough that I have had is I was really I was thinking that my pressure was up all the time, and I was popping blood pressure pills, popping them and popping them and popping them, as me and Miss Mary, work on a lot of things a lot of projects we got to going to help, men and women and everything in spirituality and stuff like that. When we work on projects, I would feel like my pressure is up. So I had left the doctor's office about 2 years ago, taking a lot of blood pressure pills, and it's probably what I had to take in order to for them to get it down, because I had went to a herbal, more of a herbal type program, using herbal supplements that worked for a while and then they stopped. You know what I'm saying? And so some people do report that those herbal supplements will begin to stop. But I think I may have would have done a great job with the herbal supplements, because I can't say they don't work. I do believe they work, but they work with a very disciplined mind. Okay, so I could see where someone can get on the herbal therapy and just you have to totally let go of certain foods in your certain things in your diet. You can do it, but you have to eliminate every single thing that will cause your pressure to rise. Now, if you can do that with herbal therapy and exercise and yoga and everything, your blood pressure can come down considerably. So, with that, I would be like, I made this huge change in my diet. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do, splurge, and I'll eat a little something. You know what I'm saying? That ain't good, but I make sure on a daily basis everything is, growing from the ground. It's alive. It's full of oxygen. It vibrates high. You know what I'm saying? That frequency is going to charge my body up with a lot of O2. And in doing that, I started feeling like sort of like, empty, like in my chest. I was feeling empty. So I would go and pop a blood pressure pill, because they had put me on a bunch of pressure pills, which I cannot fault them, because it was all about let's get this down. Okay. And then usually when I have that white coat syndrome. When I go to the hospital, it's usually elevated, because you know what I'm saying. You see the white coat, you're gonna be like, ah, man, I hate going to this place because they always find something wrong. But I was told by a fireman, you got to go home and relax to know what your pressure really is. You cannot go by what you see at the doctor's office. You got to go by what you got going on at home. So I would always be like, Miss Mayor, we be working on books. We be working on all kind of things we got going on. I'd be like, ooh, let me run and get my pills, honey. Girl, it's going up. You know what I'm saying? And she said, you cannot do that. You cannot eat these pills. You cannot. That's dangerous. Your pressure can go down dangerously low. And then she said, go and get your cuff, which, I neglect to use the cuff. So I said, let me go and see. I was real hesitant about it. I said, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know. Went to the cuff, blood pressure so fucking low. So I went into the doctor's office, because on some occasions they were too low. First thing the doctor said, we're going to have to take you off some of these meds. And you need to give me, she said, you need to give me a registry of what your pressure is each day. And I was telling Mr. Witter, oh my goodness, my pressure had got down to 99 Now, this is with the diet change, okay? The diet change, the a lot of the anxiousness, like y'all know sometimes I'm like a loose cannon with my mouth and not I'm not calm. I'm just like really. Sometimes I come on a little bit angry and upset, like because I feel like nobody's listening, nobody hears me, and then all of a sudden that just went away. And with that, that went away, and I think it's more than likely a spirit that is like releasing itself. Like, oh, we need somebody more feisty, because I do believe that spirits influence your actions, your mood. They really do. And so that spirit shed it. It may come back. It shed it off me, and like I said, to me, 99 over like 70 to me ain't good. So I went on in there and told them about it, and I told her, I said, well, when I come in here, because when I went in there, it was like 24 over 82, something like that, and I told her, I said, it really is low, and there's no way for her to see it, because by the time you get to the doctor's office, you are hyped or what have you. And so I checked and I showed her. I said, this is what it's running throughout the day. It runs anywhere from like 115 to sometimes 100, whatever. She said, well, we may need to take you off some of this medicine. So they took me off of two of them blood pressure pills. So I have come off, and then I said, oh, I do it again. I know my pressure up. Let me take it. It's got to be up. Take it. 108 over 60 something. And I'm like, wow, it is really low. Why is it really low? It's really low because I have just gotten to the point, a lot of things that used to matter, they don't matter to me now. But the main reason why I think it's come down, because I have allowed myself to no longer carry the title, carry the burden of being out here in social media saying I'm this witch. So I just let it go. Okay? So this has allowed me to bring my blood pressure down so very low. It's a healing process as I let it go, because prior to me carrying the title of the witch, and large followings of people have come and have created this image within them that I am the leader, and myself creating it too, of all of these people throughout the years that have decided, hey, look, you know what? I really like her. She embodies witch. I like her art, her paintings. I like these things about her. Then these calls will be coming in and say, you're truly a witch, and these things. And so these people were actually carrying me. And I was really carrying them. You know what I'm saying? And just to allow all of that to shed, and to know now that no one is actually depending on me anymore to be this big bad wolf or whatever it is, or depending on me to like guide them through the darkness of the craft. It has really saved my life. It has saved my life. It has lowered my stress. It has lowered my blood pressure. I can think straight because I know that that the kingdom of witchcraft and witchhood or whatever, I know for sure now that that is no longer following me no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to pull that with me and drag that around anymore, and I never will. And I'm glad to be released from it. I just wanted to let you all know that my health, as far as it's hypertension. You understand? I'm healing myself from that. Can y'all imagine? You know what I'm saying? Being out in social media and just being. One girl told me her pastor had me on a widescreen in a church performing, me making it rain and stuff. That's just too much. I denounce all of that. I denounce all of that. You understand what I'm saying? Today, you understand? Once again, as I continue on. Now, a lot of people saying, well, what are you, mama? I still am blessed by my source. Nothing has changed. I still do readings. I still create healing art for people and jewelry and everything. Please take them out. You understand? I still perform feats of magic. Okay? I just do not associate myself in any kind of way with the craft, but not that particular craft. But I am still my ancestors. You understand? So, if anything, I am my ancestors. I am my mitochondrial DNA. I am those people who have, practiced these African American folk magics and Native American folk magics and European folk magics. I am all of them, the artists in the family. You understand? The people who sketched, the people who draw, people who painted, the people who sculpted, the people who made the dolls, the people who made the jewelry. I still am. You understand? So, anyways, I wanted to just discuss that breakthrough with you all. That I am no longer on all of them pills. And, and then somebody asked me, said, well, what is wrong with you? Why you need all that much medicine? Because I had a lot of people depending on me. Could you imagine? You got all of these people depending on you, and you can't. There is no way in the world I could make every last one of those people happy, satisfied, and people actually thinking that you're gonna do this fly by night magic, abracadabra magic. Now, I will say, and I can't say this enough. You understand? If you are into witchcraft, into the witch, you cannot be. I just don't think you can if you want to, but I don't think it's safe to be a solitary witch. Witches better. They were better working in groups. And I'm talking about the African American witch. You know what I'm saying? Now, like once again, I say when those white witches and stuff like that, they are allies to each other. They got each other's back. And they got their covens and stuff like that. So if you got an issue or a problem with someone, doing some things to you, you can go to some trained. These people are trained. They are trained in these coven to help you when you're dealing with spiritual wars and demonic attacks and psychic attacks. They are trained. Okay. This is not anything that they're just pretty much studying out of a book or whatever. These are high priestesses that they really know their things. I'm going to tell you something about white people. They really know when they're in the craft, okay? They really know their spirituality. So if you're going to be a witch, you need to be in a coven. You gotta be in one. If you see a person or individual that is saying that they're solitary and they are always dealing with a lot of hatred, a lot of spiritual attacks, and let's go back to all of that, that they're dealing with a lot of things and stuff that they can't handle, it's because they need to be in a coven where there are some experienced witches, high priestesses, and high priests. They got to be in those type of places because it can get overwhelming. So you done got to the point you can't hold your mule and you got to discuss it. That is chances are being solitary is really gonna be a little bit too much, and you need to. You can't even organize a coven if you're dealing with a bunch of demonic attacks and you know what I'm saying. You're dealing with a lot of dark magic, black magic, and stuff like that. There's no way for you to be solitary, no way for you to have your very own coven. Now, and when I say that, I'm talking about myself. So people out in social media won't think I'm pointing a finger at them. This is personal experience. I was solitary and dealing with lots of attacks, so I'm talking about myself. So I knew that I would have to make a conscious decision because, see, in a sense, I was the high priestess that everyone came to. But I had to not only deal with the attacks that were on coming on to myself, but I had to deal with the attacks of other people. This is why a coven is very necessary. Okay, I repeat, I'm talking about my own personal experiences and no one else. Okay? I had a lot on my table. It was great and it was causing my pressure to be a little too high. I mean, to almost, dangerously high. Okay, so but now once you go to the coven, where you have someone who has been trained, because they have schools, they have witchcraft schools. You know what I'm saying? Schools of witchcraft. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Be safe. The schools of witchcraft. I mean, like these people. You understand what I'm saying? Have been trained and go through courses. Okay. I really believe that's necessary for all solitary witches. I don't necessarily take it from a person who was out there on the scene hollering witchcraft, this witch, and then you bestowed these supernatural powers. You need to be taught how to use them and what to expect. And I did have behind me, pushing me and backing me for a minute, a white witch. Okay, there was a white witch that y'all didn't know it behind the scenes. This is like a tell-all. This is a tell-all. I had a white witch behind the scene for some years explaining to me, what was going on. I said, damn. And she was younger than I was, and she knew more about the craft than Mama did. Hello. So I said, I just put this here crown on top of my head, witch, and stuck it on the front of my chest and the back of my chest. Was going out there working it. And don't get me wrong, I had a lot of supernatural powers to command and do things. You understand? And she was behind it trying to show and correct. Okay? Hello? This is a person who has actually gone to a school and had been initiated into witchcraft. So listen to me. If you having these type of troubles where you are just feeling like everybody in the world is attacking you, all in the name of whatever you can come up with in your head, you being attacked because you don't have nobody that got your back. I could not just design a coven of people and expect them to have my back, because they be in the coven looking for me to have theirs. Now, if I could establish a coven after I have gone through courses in the craft, because white people do have schools and courses, okay, to go through this thing. Understand? But if I had went to school, did an apprenticeship under a high priestess or a priest that has also gone to a school and been trained and experienced, and I said, then I would say it'd be safe to establish my own coven. Now, I used to be in a coven. I used to be in a coven in Birmingham, but they were all white people, and there was one lady. She was a mulatto, and everything. They took well to her, but they didn't take well to me. And there was another girl. Her name was Mama Lisa. They did not take too well to me and Mama Lisa. Me and Mama Lisa was like, you could certainly tell we were black, and they would like not feel comfortable with us there. And you can feel this feeling, hey, I don't belong here. Let me go. Okay. But they knew quite a bit, but they were not going to discuss it in front of me. But it's all good. It's all good. You understand what I'm saying? If I learned anything, I learned the one thing they did teach me, and I do keep with me, is that they say no matter what you practice, what you believe in, always respect other people's belief system, and that it is not important that you convince anybody to go on your path. What is important is that you understand your own, and stick with that. So that was a very good lesson, and that one little lesson took me a long ways. And so anyway, please make sure that if you say you're going to go solitary and you're having a whole lot of attacks, that you reconsider what you're doing. I didn't say stop, but just reconsider and really think about what you're doing. And first of all, you have to think to yourself, do I have an experienced uh, 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 priest or priestess around me that I can ally with to help me take some of the actual attacks that I'm dealing with, because like you gotta have somebody, and you ain't got all of that. You understand? You just really need to reconsider what you're doing, especially if you got a family and stuff like that. You want to be around for them. You know what I'm saying? So this is the backstories that I'm giving you all of why I had to let it go, and I'm fade on off in the background when it comes to witch, and allow you all to, I'm still the same person. Nothing has changed. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact you won't hear me berating witch around anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still the same person, still doing the same work, still making the dolls. None of that has changed. And think about it. I need to give credit to where credit is due. It's not the witch power that is creating all of this. What's creating this and powering me up is source, my source. No one on the planet is connected to my source but myself. Okay? And the same for you. No one is connected to you all source but your own. Every source, you understand what I'm saying, is a fingerprint. So no one can say, oh, we got the same thing going on, and mine's better than yours, and yours weaker than mine, and me saying mine's better than yours, and yours weaker than mine, and everything. I really feel heavily, committed to just allowing you all to see the fruits of my labor. Me showing you all the fruits of my labor will allow you all to know who I am. I don't want to just talk about it. I don't want to be talking and trying to explain, the things that I can do. Let me just show you, you know what I'm saying? For one thing, I created this doll. No one else can make this doll like this. I don't care who you going to get. Now you may have a professional company that can come out and reproduce this doll. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying you're gonna find very few people that can make this doll just like I got it. Matter of fact, I don't even think I can remake another one that looks exactly like this one. Okay, so it just feels good to just let go. I'm letting go. I'm releasing, and everything, because I look at so many things that I do that is in other genres of magic and stuff like that. Me being an astral traveler or a spirit traveler. You understand what I'm saying? A time jumper. The shamans do that. So hey, I'd rather do that, but I'm not that. I can't say that. Excuse me. I'm specifically devoted to that. And then I can say, hey, look, I'm a rain woman. You know what I'm saying? I can't stick to that because, So just know that when you're choosing all these titles and labels, you are limiting yourself. It's best to just say, hey, when people say, well, then, what type of magic you perform? Just tell them, say, let me show you. What do you like? What would you like? What are your needs? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be carrying no labels around, y'all. Let's put it like this. I was telling Willie, I'm undefined. So if you say, who am I? I'm gonna say undefined. Undefined. No label. I'm unlabeled. Don't put no names and no tags and stuff like that on who you are. Because even that, you're not that. If you say, well, I'm a witch, that's what I am, but you're not. You understand? You began as witches, like my book says, and that does not take away from my book, because I stand on my book. All women are natural born witches. You are born a witch. You come a witch, but you grow into something bigger and something greater. You know what I'm saying? As you continue to grow, even if you go to a witchcraft school, the highest level, one of the highest level is being like a actual high priestess. Even witches use the word high priestess and high priest and words of that. They don't even necessarily use the word witch. So if you say you're a witch, you don't want to say you're a witch too long. You know what I'm saying? You began as a witch, but you don't want to be there forever. You stay there forever. It's like forever. It's like you didn't grow into anything else. You took that title and then you just went on out the door. No, you want to be a grand master, a grand magician, a great. You see what I'm saying? You want to go and strive for higher grounds. Hey, Lisa says, hey, Mama, good to see you. I'm on break at work, but I'll watch the replay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Hey, Lady Gemini, how are you doing? You doing okay? Hey, Mike. Mike, when are you going to come and cook some oxtails for Mama? Mama wants some of them oxtails, cabbage, and sweet potatoes and cornbread, okay? Look at me, trying to change my diet. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, you do miss some of that food. I would say that you can still have that at least once out of the week, but I cheated this week. I did it 2 times. But once out of the week, you can have like what you used to have. But I think you can eat out one day out of the week, but never eat fast food restaurants under no circumstances. Do not eat fried chicken from any restaurants. They put too much salt in there and it elevates your blood pressure. Please don't do that. That's one of my biggest mistakes, eating fried chicken at a fast food. Don't do it. Don't eat French fries from fast foods. Don't eat all of that. Make your own. Get in the kitchen and make your own. Now I did go out and I ate yesterday. I went out and I ate yesterday. I had some beans, I had some coleslaw, and I had 2 or 3 fries off of somebody's plate. And I did have me a nasty, dirty catfish. And I know what y'all saying. Ooh, mama, that's nasty. Well, I say once a week I should do it because we don't want to restrain ourselves to a point. You know what I'm saying? You have to wean yourself off of it. You don't want to restrain yourself to a point where now you binging, and then once you start binging, you start eating all of this stuff and you get out of control once again. So I figure if I do it once that day, that's the day that I eat all the dirty stuff I can eat to get it out my head. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of foods I've shedded. I don't even eat them no more. I don't even have a craving for it. But and then you do your little detox from there. I detox from there. I use my detox concoction from there, and then anything that I crave from a restaurant the next day, I'll have it. Another dirty eating, but something I create myself. So if I say, oh, I want Taco Bell, well then I'll get in the kitchen and then I'll do me some my own refried beans from can. I make I boil my pinto beans and put all my stuff in it because I know I'm going to use sea salt. They use sodium benzoate. It's poisonous. It was keeping my pressure up. I'm going to use my own ingredients. I'm going to use my own little low salt sodium Doritos. I'm going to make my own picante sauce. I'm going to make my own. And that's going to be my Taco Bell. You know what I'm saying? That's mine. But I made it at home. Okay? Then the rest of the week, it's nothing but vegetables. That's it. Not just a color spectrum of vegetables, and that brought my pressure down. Praise God! You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of walking and whatever. And then they have to say, we got to take you off this medicine. You can't be all on that. And Miss Mary was saying, you better take your pressure before you take some medicine and go to sleep and not wake up. And I was like, oh, crap. 'Cause I got real sleep. I went down and digested 4 high blood pressure pills. Why? That's what I was doing. I had been doing that since I left the doctor, and they said my pressure was elevated and they was trying to get it down. It was not their fault. It was my fault. Why was it my fault? Because it was my fault. Because if I could, because the doctor will allow you to monitor your pressure and give them the paper so they can know what it's running at all peaks of the day. But I wasn't necessarily doing it. I was just like, okay, let me take a pill. Okay, 4 pills. Oh crap, I feel like it's up again. Let me take 4 more before I went to night. At night, my pressure had got down so damn low. I started to feel sleepy, very sleepy with a 99 over something like 70. That's too low for me. That's too low for a person whose pressure is usually elevated. At one time, my pressure used to be elevated like 170 over 105. That high. Do you hear me? That high. Now we down to 99 over 70. So people with hypertension stand the risk of getting blood pressures of hypotension. Hypotension is just as dangerous because your medicines are not, your pressure's not being monitored, and the doctor's not knowing what your activity is throughout the day. So be real careful. If you decide to start doing like mostly a vegetable diet and very, like me, I don't do no fried chicken. I don't do any fried chicken whatsoever. All my chicken is sauteed in the skillet, sauteed with balsamic vinaigrettes, things of that nature. Vinegar gonna get your pressure down anyway. Lots and lots of garlics, lots and lots of onions, lots of. That's me. That's my diet, and that right there is what did it. So I hope to continue to do it. Where maybe the doctor say one day, you know what, you don't need no more blood pressure pills. So that's a form of healing. I am actually healing myself, and I am proud of myself, and healing and shedding and releasing. I've released a lot of burdens. I am not responsible. I don't have to carry people on my shoulder anymore and be responsible and be saying, hey, y'all okay, you this, you that, or whatever. I just know everybody's grown out there. I will say do not practice any type of witchcraft unless you have the proper guidance behind you. Don't do it. I say if you're in the craft, definitely do the craft, witchcraft, if that's what you want. But do you understand what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be more safer to do the craft and have like somebody that you can call up that got far more experience than you? You don't want to be the be all end all of it all. That's like my aunt. Aunt would always tell me, may he rest in power, aunt. Wonderful, wonderful teacher. He would tell me, he said, baby, if you the smartest thing in your circle, it's time for you to find another circle. So, that ain't good. That ain't good. That ain't good. Ain't good to be sitting up here thinking you know it all and everything, because it's somebody know about more than you. It's a good feeling to go to somebody who got more experience. I'm gonna be honest when it comes to witchcraft, and I'm not saying this is true for everybody, but what I have noticed personally, that it is those white witches, you know what I'm saying, that have far more experience and knowledge in witchcraft, because they know other people who've gone to the schools of witchcrafts. They know people who are high priestesses. Now there are some black covens, especially up there in I like to say coven, up there in Massachusetts. There is a what you call it. They'll let you know what's going on, because I know a girl that said she lived up there and she had to move up there. They said they ran her ass out from up there. They were very powerful. Now if you can go up in there, Massachusetts, you got you some money, you can go up there and do your thing. Maybe they'll teach you something, okay? I haven't met them. So I'm not saying that there ain't no highly intelligent black covens, highly black people when it comes to the witchcraft. I can't say that, because I'd be lying and say that it ain't none. Because I just say I haven't met any. I just know that the white witches and stuff like that know a whole lot, okay? Now, somebody said ain't no color on the word witch. There is no color on the word witch. There is no color there. I think we're all natural born witches. Don't get me wrong. But, you know what I'm saying? I don't, for me personally, I just don't, I'm not going to get stuck there and stagnant, because I'm limiting myself to all of the other things that I do, in craft, you know what I'm saying? So, my shamanic work, my artistry, my paintings, my drawings, I'm a doll maker. I don't want to limit myself from nothing, okay? Okay, so, know what you're doing, and don't get out here, y'all, be doing this and stuff by yourself. Please find somebody who can teach you, please, y'all. Because, you don't know why a sickness might come on you, and why you can't sleep at nighttime, and why it look like things poltergeist all up in your house, and how come you got all these different rashes all across your face and your leg, and your teeth is all missing. You know what I'm saying? You're crippled and can't walk. You be wondering what's going on. You might be carrying a bunch of people who may see you as this high priestess. Now, it might be cool to be this high priestess or this high priest. It may be cool, but then when you get yourself in some trouble, where you supposed to go? Who are you gonna call on? Hello? Where you going? Okay, so I hope each day I'm defining more and more why I have walked away from that. Hey, Tiffany said, keep up the good work on that. I'm working on mine too. Yeah, you know what? I think a lot, Tiffany, of what keeps our blood pressure up, have our pressure elevated, have your heart beating fast, have you feeling out of control. Sometimes, it'd be like my heart would be beating so fast, it would feel like really and truly like my head would be like shit. It'd be like I'd be so goddamn mentally confused and shit. Heart beating fast, your head. It's like it's anxiety. You're so hyped. It's like, y'all don't know if y'all ever felt like you feel like you're running while you're sitting down. You're hyped. A lot of that is coming from not only your stimulants and stuff, you like coffees and Coca Colas and all that stuff like that. A lot of that stuff is coming from the animals. So if they don't kill them animals getting ready to go to slaughter and everything, their heart was beating real fast and it released a lot of adrenaline. Well, then that's in your food. I don't think you can cook adrenaline out of the food, can you? So now you got this high adrenaline rate because you're just overly consuming. And I'm gonna tell you what food's got a lot of adrenaline in it to me. I think, I don't eat pork. Now you ain't gonna get me to eat that. If they say we got a food shortage and all we got is pork chops and get in line, we can cook them all kind of ways. We can grill it, we can fry it. I would rather eat the leaves off the tree. I'm eating acorns off the tree, but the doggone squirrels eat all of them up. I don't know when the last time I seen acorns on the ground. I'm gonna eat whatever I see the horses eat. If they eat grass, I'm eat grass. I will boil me some grass. I'm serious before I will eat a pork chop, cause pork chop will send me to glory. They make me sick. And so I ain't gonna eat that. And I know y'all saying, well, mama, that catfish dirty too. Yeah, it might be dirty, but I'm a Caribbean woman. I can eat all of the things from the sea. For people who think I'm not Caribbean, and saying you don't know my bloodline lineage, I know it better than you. I am from the Caribbeans, okay? I am Mediterranean by direct lineage. Anybody who surround the coast, you are directly um, Caribbean. If you in these areas like Louisiana, Mississippi. I'm right on the coastline, right, just right by, just 2 hours from the coast. Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. You gonna stretch up a little bit. We all consider the Caribbeans of the United States of no, the United States of American because we on the coastline, and more than likely that's we commuted back and forth until they shut the borders down. But I'm telling you, that time is coming where there will be no more borders. There's gonna come a time as these governments shut down here, and we go through this global reset because that's all it is. So it's just going back to a reset. Like you get so ancient, and then boom, they reset it. You go back to ancient times and primitive times, and then you get back up, and then you go back down. I can't even say down. I don't think ancient times were down. I think ancient people were far more advanced than we were. You understand? Because it was definitely spiritually connected people. Yeah, but at one time the coast were just open borders. You could just go wherever you wanted. I get in a boat. That I walk up there to that street up there now with a boat to the Alabama Road. But they got like areas that's closed down. That I could get on a boat, a vessel that I create, which I would not want to create my own vessel because at nighttime you don't know, it could be river monsters. Native Americans call them river monsters. River monsters can be in the river at night. You understand? And the river is an entity, and it's a living, breathing being of its own, and inside of it there's river serpents. And you don't want to just get in there and shit your ass. Just mama, you can see mama turning over in that boat. Mama don't want to turn over that boat, and one of them doggone Loch Ness monsters get them. You know what I'm saying? And the river will eat you. It will eat you. It's got spirits. Oh, did y'all see that? Wow, I saw light in my face. So, you go in there. So when I said that, the river will eat you, my face is lit. It's just a bright light lit. But yeah. But if I could, if I had a good vessel, it would have to be big, man. Shit, I got to be in a ship. It will go because they had steam paddle boats that came up this way with my ancestors as they auctioned off my ancestors to make them work after they've lied to them, captured them to do different things here for them because they were too lazy to do it, you know. You can get on a boat, you get on a ship. Oh, that's my eyes sparkle. Oh, it ain't my eyes sparkling. I saw it again. My eyes just sparkled. Damn. Did y'all see that? Damn. Y'all go back here and look at this. You'll see my eyes just sparkle and light up, which is weird because it's not doing it now. But that's my spirit light in my body showing through my eyes. But I could get in there, and if they got the the channels open, it'll take me from here to Selma to Cahaba, from Cahaba to down to Mobile, and from Mobile it goes straight into the Gulf of Mexico, and I could go straight to the Gulf of Mexico, and the first place I would go that is directly under us is Belize. Belize. So I know that there are some family members of ancient ancestors of mine in Belize. They said off of the coast of Mobile, under the waters, you can actually see trees and forestry under the water. And those were the different plains of landmass that was lost between Alabama and Belize. And so Belize is directly behind, under us. Sometimes the map shows Cuba. Cuba is directly under us. And some fun facts, I actually have the map of Cuba on my left leg. So that's more past life stuff. If you see my leg one day, I'm gonna take a picture of it. Now it's very thigh high. Now y'all don't let my no, don't let YouTube flag mama, but it goes from my rump on the back side of my rump on the left side all the way down to the other side of my knee. The whole entire map of Cuba. And so, I don't care what nobody say. I feel it in my heart that could have been where the castle actually was in Cuba. In Cuba. So if you leaving Alabama, so like I said, I go on the Alabama River and I take the Alabama River down to the coast of Mobile. You know what I'm saying? Which I think it would take days. It would take days because driving to Mobile takes about 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So on a boat, it would probably take a day. I don't know. I guess it depends on what type of boat you got. If you got a speed boat, you probably be able to get down there in 5 hours, and then you're in the Gulf. And I could not imagine being in the Gulf in a speedboat. But some people will take a speedboat to the Gulf. So I will go. So if I make a, I'm coming down there and I make a right, I'm gonna be in Belize. If I make a left, I'm in Cuba. So that's just how close we are. So we know that we got family people who are from areas like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. Places like that. We already know that. And I think the Bermudas is kind of close over to the other side of South Carolina, North Carolina. We already know that we have like ancient bloodline, family members, cousins, and all that great grandmas and stuff like that that live in those places like that. So you know me, my mama, cause it's a let me tell you, I taught myself this because I feel it in my heart, and then I'm gonna get back in the chat. I feel it in my heart that this was one of my favorite songs, and I'm gonna try to sing it for you all in Spanish. So, canta mi por favorito lagrimas negras. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to see if I did it right. Let me see. Let me see. So this, I mean, I'm really feeling this. Canta mi por favorito lagrimas negras, which is black tears. Aunque tú me echaba en lava no, aunque ya Ya storte mis ilusiones. And I've been teaching myself that song because I feel it deep inside of me. You understand? That was one of my favorite songs when I was there. I'm telling y'all. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, girl, you just go all over the place." I'm telling you, please feel me. I had a life in Cuba. And it seems like I remember being a child there. Um, I remember being a child there, like on a farm. You know what I'm saying? Which is, yeah, ironic because I was on a farm here, and it's impossible for me to have been on a farm in Cuba when I would have been, because I would have to be on a farm in Alabama. Ain't no way for me to get all the way over there. But I was telling what I said. Something is just different about me because, I'm not saying I'm special, but I just like sharing with y'all my stories, and my eyes just lit up again. Look, now I was in Miami in Little Havana, and a Cuban cigar man who owned a store came to me, and they did a spiritual reading on me. And man, I mean, they even told me my name was Spiritual, and I'm like, how the hell y'all know all of that? So you're Spiritual. But anyways, at any rate, I told y'all about that Tata and all of that. But the guy who owned the store said, you have a Cuban spirit with you. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, you look like my great grandmother. And I was like, huh? He said I didn't take offense to it. He said she was a big black lady like I was. I said, okay then. I wasn't offended or nothing like that. And he said, you look exactly like her. And he said, you have a Cuban spirit attached to you. And then that's when the other guy was talking about this big black woman that wore this big old wide dress, that she's with me at all times, and she's always in a pot, cooking something in a pot and all that, and he don't know what's in the pot and everything. And the guy wanted me to, put a cigar in my mouth so he could take a picture of me and hang it up in there. And I told him, no, you can't make an engraving image of me, even though I know I'm on social media. I said, Mom, you already an engraving image. But I didn't want him to do that, because people can do they can take your soul like that. And you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to get involved in that. But then I kept that with me. And and a lot of stuff is familiar of my childhood in Cuba. One thing I told Willie, I remember the cartoons. I remember some Cuban cartoons of, like I remember the song La 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 Habana, Ha La Ha Habana, La 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 Habana. I remember all of that in my childhood. And I told Will, I said, look at that song. Why, why would I have these memories of Cuban cartoons and little Cuban songs in the back of my head? And like when I hear it, I'm like, damn, I remember that. I also remember that my father he made sausages. And I could smell them. The actual different herbs he put in the sausages and stuff, and I could smell them. Now, I'll tell y'all, I'm gonna go into my Patreon, and I'm gonna tell y'all the different herbs I remember my father doing. He had like a little wooden little smokehouse and stuff, and it would have smoke coming out, and people would buy his sausages, and he would have like these different things growing and stuff like that in the ground that he would pack those sausages off. So he fed us from that, so I remember living there, and I'm gonna go into depth with it on Patreon, because I really don't want to be talking about it too much, and then people adopt it, and then they, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm finding that it affects me when people retell and recant these stories and stuff like that. It affects my physical body now. So this is why I have had to digress from doing a lot of storytelling, which, I'm gonna also do some storytelling so y'all can hear too. I'm not gonna make it like, oh, y'all, she want us to pay for this, please. I got to protect myself. Look, so my dad, we were very poor. I remember a lot more of my dad for some reason. Okay, he was very, very, very dark complected, very, very dark complected. Very, very kind of, the body was just really emaciated, like, really, really, like, I guess we didn't have very much food. And I remember uh, very little of my mom, but more of other family members being in the household, helping him get these things ready to go to market, and him traveling like long distance to go, and I couldn't go. But what I do remember as I grew older, living in those homes in Havana. I remember those homes, and it might not have been Havana. I always say it was Santiago de Cuba, that where I actually live, Santiago de Cuba. But I always say Havana because most people know Havana. So, anyways, as I grew older, I had a little bit of money because money always follows me. So I had a little bit of money, and I remember green being my favorite color. Green. Green was my favorite color. And at that particular time, Cuba was in real, real good shape. It was a wonderful place to shop. We had great retail stores and stuff like that to shop from. And I had a fascination with green velvet. Green velvet was my thing, just green cloths and stuff like that. And one thing I would do is, like, I would hang my clothes on a rope from I was in the high, like one of the high rise, and the Cuba did not look like how it looks now, like like bombs over Baghdad. Not, well, I'm saying Havana didn't look like that. And then, like I said, it could have been Santiago, but at any rate, it was a beautiful place. I mean, we had lots of tourists from the U.S. coming, so I could make plenty of money. I was reading these different cars and doing some similar things I'm doing now. Always was an artist, making jewelry. Nothing changed. Whoever you are in this lifetime, let's put it like this: whatever skills you have in this lifetime, these are the same skills you had in the last lifetime. So I was still, making rag dolls then, and Mama was doing our little potions, her potions, and jewelry and clothes. I made clothes and all of those things there too, and so I had plenty of money there. But like I said, I was real fond of the little rope that hung, and the clothes came from that room all the way. I had to hang them all through the house, just clothes and everything. And the people would come in my living room. And for a lot of people bought my book, God and the Witch, you need to know that that first character story is the actual story of a past life of mine, Arlena. Okay? So when you're reading that, you're definitely reading my story. My name was Arlena Aganza. That was me. That was me. And so, so y'all check the book out. The book is actually down there in the description box, Discovering God and the Witch, so you can see the past life of mines and stuff. But only we staged it for Colombia. Okay, so we staged it for that. But so I'm very definitely an island woman. I'm intrigued with it because it brings back fond memories and stuff. And like right now, I can still smell my dad's sausages. He would smoke meat, like pork. We ate lots of pork. We ate so much pork that lifetime. I can't even eat pork no more. Pork runs up my blood pressure. Pork runs up my blood pressure. And so they say you only come back and forth to your own bloodline, to your own ancestry and all of that and everything. So I know for sure that I have some ancestry there also. So we're just a mixture of so many different people and everything. And I'm disappointed because I was told long ago by my spirits to go back and connect, get some soil, put it in a vial, and bring it back of Cuba, and I didn't make it in time. I'm very sad. I do have a person that I've partnered up with in Cuba, and I feel it in my heart that some type of a way. I don't think things happen by accident, but someone I've partnered up. No, it's not a man. I partnered up with someone there, and I know in my heart this person is a direct lineage of mine. Things like this just don't happen, so we keep in touch daily. It feels good because it feels like I'm reconnecting with family members. That's just like all of us. Somewhere in the past lifetime, we were probably all related. We're not just here by mistake. We're not just here because, you know what I'm saying? It was just a coincidence that y'all here tonight. We're here because, there's a connection, there's a family connection, you know what I'm saying, between to us all. You kind of see, when I talk to y'all, it's like I've been knowing y'all forever. You know what I'm saying? The average Joe and Joanne out there, I talk to them, it's like I could tell, that we ain't got no business talking because, just the conversation don't go well. It's a lot of ice to break or whatever. But when I talk to y'all, it just flows. It flows. I'm like, I know these people. Y'all ever talk to somebody you don't know, but you know them? That kind of thing. Let me get in here. Okay. Hey, Santeria, Santo, how are you doing? Peace to you too. Let me say all of your name. Santerita, Trinity, Santo. How are you doing? Buen dias. Um, hey, marijuana community, how are you doing? Marijuana community said, I want to be a wish to go after the evil in this world. Okay, well, just make sure that you got you a good high priestess that can help you do it. I wouldn't advise you to go for it by yourself. Take it from me. Please. I've been in that game for 12 years. Okay, who better to learn from than mom? Okay? Um, let's go on up here. Lady Gemini said, my dream is to eat mostly fruits and veggies with a little meat, preferably seafood. That's right. Now, for if you gravitate to seafood, that is definitely the Caribbean in you, ladies, Gemini. That is definitely the Caribbean in you. We are seafood eaters, especially if you were born near the coast or you were born near rivers, lakes, or whatever. You understand? That's what if your ancestors come from those places, that's what they ate. That was probably the most meat they had, and that was the meat that they got out of the water. See what I'm saying? So, where I was born, we were surrounded by the Alabama River, all everywhere. The Alabama River, the Chattahoochee River, I think that's what it's called. Is it Chattahoochee? The Cahaba River, all that, nothing but rivers. Because my actual grandmother and my biological mother was born in Cahaba and Orville, and they were surrounded by water. So, these people were fishermen. They fished a lot until, we started dealing with livestock and all of that. So now here you are, we're eating hogs, and we're eating and that stuff ain't good for our pressure because hogs have a lot of lipids in them. You do chitlin, the next day you just spooning off fat. That ain't good because that stuff, when it get in your body, you know what's going straight to your heart. We don't need that in our heart, man. I know I got a lot of clogged vessels by the time you get here. Now, they say you can't necessarily unclog them, but you can definitely prevent allowing them to continue to harden. And so that's where I'm at right now in my journey. I don't know about y'all. Y'all young, go ahead on and start making that commitment now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of oxen and a lot of cow meat and all that stuff like that. I don't think they necessarily ate. Boo boo, be quiet out there. So I don't think they necessarily involve themselves too much with that. They would probably be eating like fish mostly, and crab and crab and it's so much stuff out there, shrimp, who knows what all they was eating. But it mostly came from the water, like fish and stuff from the water, like brim and catfish and all that kind of stuff is probably what they were eating. And then we had lots of abundance of tropical fruit trees and stuff that are now dead because of geoengineering and factories and stuff. Because when they came here, they started bringing these factories here. When they found out factories pumped out plenty of pollution and obscured the sun, they were able to get the temperatures to drop. And so this is something they continue to practice. And this killed off a lot of tropical trees we would have had here. And most of the trees here are terraform trees. Terraforming meaning that, you bring your conditions from your place where you were born and you bring them somewhere to another place to make it similar to where you left. That's a terraforming thing. And So we lost most of the tropical trees. Some trees will never ever come back. But my mission now, as I get closer to my ancestors, is to conjure up. And I know what y'all saying, Mom, you're a conjurer now. Yes, to conjure up those trees that are no longer alive. Create the conditions, you know what I'm saying, to bring those trees back alive that my ancestors would have eaten to sustain their lives. You know what I'm saying? You know, here's the whole thing. You know, that this is why I say humans are on a low vibration, lower than all of the other beings on the planet. Because, like, think, you know, trees don't have to get up and go to work and go and look for food and think about it. You know, grow food. Let's put it like that. Birds don't have to create a farm or nothing like that so they can have foods and you know what I'm saying. Hyenas don't have to do it, and elephants don't have to do it. They don't have to graze the land and toil the land. Now they do migrate and move around and they fly and whatever. But the earth produces an abundance of those things. So it's something humans are not doing right. The reason why we have to go and slave for other people. I don't see no birds slaving for nobody in order to eat or have housing. So this is why I say humans are at the lowest level. We should. I mean, look, all them trees should be available now. Where's the avocados here? Where's the jackfruit? Where's the pomegranates? Think about it. Where's the citrus trees? Where is everything? I should be able to go out right now if I want to and get me what the Jamaicans call aki. I can't. There's nothing out there to eat. Nothing. Nothing. Don't y'all think something is wrong? Man destroys all of our food so that we have to come and work for them in order to eat. Those things that they raise, they raise livestock, so we have to eat animals. And they, anyways, I ain't gonna get deep into that because I don't preach that so much. Hey Jackie, thank you for moderating. Where you been? Love that artwork too. Yes, Jackie, you know what I'm saying? It was already preordained for you to come here. I was telling everybody we are some kin, somewhere further back in our bloodlines. You know what I'm saying? This is not by accident that we're all here right now. This ain't no accident. We're related. Telepathically, you were drawn here, Jackie. Telepathically, all y'all were drawn here tonight. Oh, good. Lady Gemini said, I've been making my own juice as well. Good, 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 good. There are some great concoctions that you can make that's good for your body, for blood sugar, for high blood pressure. And I'm going to start getting into it. But, you know, juicing is okay, but you want to, you want to masticate your food. You want every chew and every bite of your food to be able to communicate with the source and the frequency in that vegetable and that fruit as to what it's going to do to fulfill the functions of your mind, body, and soul. So it's good to chew and let your saliva, you understand what I'm saying? And the grinding of your teeth do whatever action it needs to so that you can be healed and be whole. This is what I do. Now, what I got to work on now that I do now that is not good, I like my vegetables burnt, and that's not good because they say, you know, and anything burnt, charred, or something like that, you know, has a lot of free radicals and stuff in it, and it's not good. It can set up cancer. So, like, I like to burn black my stuff, and that ain't good. You know, which I'm gonna stop doing that and everything. But I like it, like blackened vegetables and blackened this and blackened that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you're doing a lot of chewing. Juices are great, but when you're doing a lot of juicing, you receive a lot of sugar and all of that. It's not good for you. Like say for instance, people say, "Oh, I love orange juice." Oh, you do? Yeah. Okay. Orange juice is high in sugar. Well, how many oranges are you juicing? I'm juicing about 3 oranges to make three. That's too much sugar. You one orange. That's what you would eat if you were peeling it and eating one orange. So you only juice one orange. When you juice that one orange, it should have just as much equal parts of water in it as the actual juice. That's right. So for your apples, so you want to be careful. So if you know you would eat one cucumber and you would only eat one orange, and you're going to put them together, and a few strawberries, you're going to put them together. That's all you put in there. You juice just that. And you add equal amounts of parts of water as how much you have in juice. Because the sugar will get you. Yes, the juice from the gods, it'll get you. And so that granulated sugar in a bag is synthetic. It's actually manufactured to mimic the taste of the gods, the sweets of the gods. So don't eat that. That's pure poison. Even though I had took a bite off Mr. Willie cake, I did take one bite off of it, but I'm very aware. There's always this little light go off in my head, and it's wrong. You can't, you don't supposed to be doing that. So I do have something that's working to kind of help me. Something that's working with me, y'all. Yeah. Okay, Lady Gemini says, since I've moved, I've been cooking almost every day, Mama. Beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful. My family and I barely eat fast food now. Good. Fast foods are poisonous. Now, they're getting to the point. Some of these fast food restaurants and stuff like that are getting to a point now where they're actually putting uh, drugs in the food. So y'all need to know that. Let me tell you a little story. I went to this place called Milo's. I ain't gonna say that because they might come after me. I don't know. They might not listen. I'm just gonna I'm gonna just talk about this. Because I'm not saying what they put in there. I don't know what they put in there, but I ate some of that Milo's, y'all, and went straight to sleep. And what was so funny, I had some, Mr. Willie had some, my son had some. We all went to sleep. We sat in the parking lot, ate it, and all of us fell asleep with our mouth wide open. I checked my cell phone. We had slept for 45 minutes in a parking lot. So, I thought it was an isolated incident. I didn't think nothing of it. Mr. Willie had some again. We fell asleep immediately and just was just drunk in the head. Still didn't make nothing of it. Happened again to a point where we had to go home and get in the bed and go to sleep. Then I realized what it was. I said, there's something wrong. That's all I'm going to say. There was something wrong. So some of these fast foods are drugging their foods to keep you coming back. Okay? They want you to come back because they fear, going out of business with all this chaos going on. So they have to drug you to get you addicted. They are willing to do so. Hello. Okay. So you don't want to go to sodium benzoates. Look it up. They pack their foods with sodium benzoate. Captain D's is the worst place you could ever go. If you saw how much salt they pack in their fish, by the time they get through packing so much salt in their fish and everything, it is no longer, if it was anything in there to nurture you, it is dead. Okay? They have now turned it into like a pickling. It's a pickling. You understand what I'm saying? Like salt can pickle something. Salt can pickle something. Now you have preserved this to a point. All you have is a mummy. You don't have fish anymore. You have a mummy. There's nothing in there. All of the nutrients have been destroyed. Do not eat Captain D's. The last time I had that Captain D's, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. It felt like somebody was stabbing me in the back of my head with an ice pick. I would not eat that again. Hey, Crystal Raven Rose, how you doing? Hey, Astro, I didn't know you were up here. Thank you for moderating. How you doing? Astro said, Mama, your wisdom transcends definition. Please keep going. We love you. Love y'all too. I am glad that you all understand and appreciate, you know, me and everything for who I am, because, sometimes I be wondering, I wonder why they come over to watch me. I be really just trying to figure out, like, like why everybody watches, because, I be saying, God, I don't understand why nobody even want to listen to what I say, but people come and listen, and I really appreciate y'all for coming to listen. Hey, Kels, how you doing? Hello, Mike, Sam, how you doing? Okay, I got to everybody. I just wanted to let everybody know, like, kind of like what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Taylor Red, how you doing? Taylor said infused water changed my life. Few slices and 8 ounces. Lost tons of weight. Tell me more about that. Infused water changed my life. Few slices and 8 ounces. Tell me more. We want to learn. Hey Mel, love you too. Hey Steve Gunther, how you doing? Oh, thank you. Steve said we listen because you're brilliant. Hey Lolita, how you doing? Hey Camellia, how you doing? Is anybody that I didn't see? I think I got to everybody. So yes, 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 yes. And so we're gonna be doing some wonderful things. We're getting the Temple of the Crossroads together. I'm gonna take y'all in there this week and do some. We're gonna do a. I'm gonna do another tour because we have just about all the beds up. The bed, we have all the beds except for one bed, and we'll be getting that Friday. Everybody's got king size bed. There's only one bed that's small. It's a small bedroom that has a queen size, but all of the other beds are all king. Thank you so much to NTR. NTR made a very generous donation. Thank you. Thank you to Nicole, Natasha, Celeste, Gwen. Thank you to all of our sponsors. If I have forgotten your name, please forgive me. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley, you made a very generous donation. Somebody else. Somebody bought all of the comforters for every single bed. Every single bed. Somebody made all of the donations of the mattress covers for every single bed. I got to bring them up too. Mama donated too. Okay. Um, Miss Mary, very generous donation, and also Melanin, very generous donations, and we're going to have a blast. Do you all hear me? When I say blast in a good way, I ain't talking about nothing blowing up around there now, okay? And so I'm so excited about it for all of you all who want to participate. There's still some tickets left. You can go in the description box. Go in the description box. You will see my website. Okay. Also, don't forget we got some wonderful books down there too. We also have a new website, Temple of the Crossroads, that's under construction, as well as a new YouTube channel, Temple of the Crossroads YouTube channel. And so we're gonna have a wonderful time when you get there, when you come, meet and greet time. We're gonna have that. Only thing about it, we don't have any more room in the house, but you can get a hotel. And them hotels are dirt cheap. Do you hear me? They're dirt cheap. You can get a whole loft, a whole apartment. Once again, like I said, for no more than $50 a night. $150. The tickets are only $150 for 3 days. You have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We all gonna be in the kitchen, just pitching in like the ancestors would have done or would do. We're gonna. Oh gosh, let me just talk about it just real quick, and we're gonna live stream, so all of y'all who can't show up, you'll still be there with me in spirit, as long as you're loving and sacred. You'll be with us in spirit. Um, we're gonna come in, meet and greet at 3 p.m. and from there. We'll get our clothes. Y'all, you can rest if you want to. We're gonna be getting our clothes on, going straight. We may need to do check in a little bit early. I think 3 is too late because by that time, I say about at least 5, we need to start cooking. We should be cooking. So we're having a fish fry that Friday. We're having a fish fry, and we're having like an assortment. I know what y'all saying, Mama. That's that meat. An assortment of wings. We're gonna have like garlic parmesan wings, honey barbecue wings. I know a lot of y'all saying, "Wah, wah," and hot wings and plain wings. In addition to that, we're gonna have the homemade fries. You can cut from potato. We're gonna make sure we're cooking much as possible and not relying on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like from no restaurant, really, like from a fast food. So those potatoes will be like that. We're gonna have homemade coleslaw and homemade um, beans, homemade baked beans. Everything will be from scratch. From there, then you're gonna eat, digest your food. You know what I'm saying, and from there, you can rest up a little bit, we'll talk a little bit, and from there later on that night we'll retreat to the den and we'll have movie night. Movie night will consist of like a lot of educational flicks, horror flicks. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna y'all see. And then from there, you can get your baths, your wash ups, your showers, whatever you do, and head for bed when you're ready. And that morning we'll get up to a home cook, a down home blues breakfast. Okay, you know what I'm saying? A down home blues, down home blues. All she wanted to hear was those down home blues all night long. Play under the river. Oh. I had to do it like that because I was tired of singing. So, anyways, okay. So I know what y'all saying. Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. That man passed away. He sure did. I was listening to him today, and so we'll have that. Um, and I like to eat breakfast at nightgown. Okay, so from there we'll get cleaned up. We'll put our clothes on, and we got some places we got to go. This is when the actual excursion takes place, and we'll have to be back in for the actual blowing of the horn to the ancestors. So if anybody know how to blow that horn, let me know. Y'all know that little bull horn. We'll blow the horn and welcome, and that event will take place outside. It'll be getting dark. We're going to say, I want to, I don't know. My children are very squeamish. I don't know if they're going to let me get away with it. If they don't show up, we're going to sacrifice a hen at the crossroads for the spirits, the ancestors, mama, papa. We're going to sacrifice a hen. I repeat, we will sacrifice a hen. The drums will be going. We have drummers. We will dance to the ancestors. We will dedicate our everything to them because they are everything. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for them, we would not be here. So if you love your life, then you understand there's nothing wrong with, you understand what I'm saying? Venerating them. They deserve it. And so we're going to do that. And then from there, if there's some time left and you want to retreat back to the den, once again, more flicks. We can chit chat, whatever. Get your little bath, little shower, head to bed. Okay? Get up again Sunday morning, more breakfast. Home cooked breakfast, okay? We're all in the kitchen participating together, okay? Then from there, once again, we have a speaker. We're going to have a speaker, and our speaker will speak really Saturday and Sunday, so we do have a speaker. And once again, we'll dedicate the temple where we'll all just come in to the drum ceremony and stuff and actually dedicate the temple to uh, 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 to the universe. We'll do our dedication and we'll have that going on, and then from there we'll actually we'll get in the kitchen again and we'll cook a soul food dinner like our ancestors would have liked. You know, the foods they used to eat. And I know what y'all said, Mama, where's the healthy stuff gonna come in? The healthy stuff is gonna be there. You're gonna have fruits available to you. You're gonna have vegetables there available to you, like finger foods like carrots and celeries and the little thing, that stuff, will be in there. But meanwhile, now y'all know how Granny and them like this. Granny and them like everybody gonna have their own little dish they want to cook in the kitchen. Granny and them like potato salad, collard greens, fried chicken. Now y'all know that banana pudding. Now these are the type of stuff they like. So we're just doing that for them and stuff. Cause if I come up in there talking about something, we're gonna give y'all an anchovy salad and an asparagus salad. They be like, what the hell? What is this? We don't eat like this. Mom and them like the turkey and gravy and dressing. That's the way they ate. Collard green, mustard green, sloppy green. And what we gonna do? I think we're gonna have like turnip greens and cornbread. We're gonna actually do this for the ancestors. We're gonna actually sit down on the floor like they would have, and we're gonna take our hands and take them collard greens and those cornbreads. We're gonna take our fingers and do them just like this right here. We're gonna put them in our mouth just like this and eat with our fingers. That's if you want to. If you don't want to do that, you can eat with a fork at the dining room table. So you got your choice. You got your choice. I think that's going to be separate from the dinner anyway, because the dinner, I don't think we're going to do that for the dinner. We're going to be at the table for the dinner, but I do believe somewhere within those ceremonies, we're going to actually sit down on the floor on pillows. So you won't be having to sit on the hard floor, and we're going to all sit together, and we're going to be in our gowns, and our long dresses. That's what I meant to say. With our heads wrapped. We're going to sit down. We're going to eat like they would eat back in the day. Hey, Marissa, where you been? Oh, Camilla's Hines said your website say your tickets are out of stock. Okay, there are. Y'all, I had an interruption. Mm-hmm. I'm back. Tickets are in stock, but these are just the tickets that would allow you to into the events, meaning that you come early in the morning if you want breakfast, lunch, and dinner with us, and stay up for the flicks and everything. We just don't have the tickets that are available that will allow you to have like accommodation, sleeping accommodation tickets. The sleeping accommodation tickets are out of stock. You know what I'm saying? The sleeping accommodation tickets were $310 for a weekend. Those are sold out. But we do have the tickets for $150 left. We have a limited amount of tickets left for that. Because so far, I think we have really 10 people already booked to come. And we're trying, we were trying to, Ms. Mayor said we still got to follow the COVID and all that. So we still want to follow the COVID guidelines and keep everybody kind of a little safe distance. Because some people might not want to be sitting all up against Mama. Say, Mama, I don't want to sit that close to you, Mama. You might have it. So so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of give everybody space. I think she said at least 12 people at the most is where we're gonna stop at, because I think we already done reached 10 people so far. So we got a few tickets left, but like I said, why would it say that? Oh my God, you gotta be kidding, Camilla for real. That mean the people done bought the rest of them out too? Wait a minute now. You gotta be kidding me. Wait a minute now. Let's see. Wait a minute, y'all. I gotta try to get my phone on. It's saying $150 tickets are out of stock. It's supposed to be some left. Let me check the website. I sure appreciate you telling me about it. It says the 150 are out of stock, Camellia said. I know the ones for $310 are hidden, so you can't find them. I had to hide them because what had happened was the website was not actually doing what it was supposed to. So if I had about 5 or 6 tickets available, and then it wasn't saying out of stock, it wouldn't do it. So I even put it out of stock, it still wouldn't do it. So I said, okay, then let me. And people still was managing to buy tickets, and I was like, oh my goodness. I said, Miss Mayor, I said two people still bought tickets, even though I had it like that. The website was still allowing you to buy tickets, so I had to hide the $310 tickets. I had to hide it off the website. But it's supposed to, the ones for 150 supposed to be here. Let me see. It's supposed to be on here. Y'all got my head wrap on. Let's see what's going on here. We gonna see. Yep, you're right. Somebody bought some more tickets. You're right. hmm Thank you for letting me know, because I need to know who this person is so I can get them sent out their itinerary. Yep, I got to get them an itinerary sent out. I sure do. Y'all give me a minute. Let me see who bought the ticket. Uh-huh. Let me see who got the ticket. Okay, so 3 more tickets were sold, but the website wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, okay. Okay. 3 more tickets were sold. Thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, so now we have about like, so, woo, mom got to get on the ball. Woo wee. I got to get on the ball, y'all. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, like, anybody want to come? Let me know. Okay, I tell you what, Camellia, I got a spot for you. 205 Okay, that's my phone number, 205-265-0391. We can get you a ticket out there, okay? Okay, and thank you for allowing and letting me know, because I didn't even think, I didn't know that they would be gone so fast. Okay, so I'm excited. I am excited that everybody is purchasing and everything. Okay, so call me if you want to, or text me or whatever and everything. So we can make some arrangements so you can get your ticket. And I think from there, I think we pretty much um, that's it. That's it. From there, that's it. Okay, so a lot of people coming out from Texas and Florida. Everybody's come from Texas and Florida. Not one person from Alabama. Not one. Nobody from Alabama. Nobody from Georgia. Nobody from Mississippi. Nobody from Louisiana. We got somebody. But the people might not want me to know. Tell them where to come. Some people are flying out. Some people are from long distance. So I ain't gonna say, but I can't say everything, but I just know that there are a lot of people from Texas. When I say a lot, it's not a lot. But there are quite a few people that are disproportionately coming from Florida and Texas, if that's the word to use. Okay, so I am looking forward to all of you all showing up. And like I say, we will be live streaming, okay? Get ready to dance. I'm hoping everybody can dance for the ancestors. But if you don't want to dance, you don't have to. But y'all gonna see Mama dancing. Now y'all be thinking Mama be cutting the food playing. Mama just don't know how to dance. Okay, so it ain't that I'm playing with the ancestors. Just Mama just don't know how to dance. So I'm gonna dance for them anyway. I don't care if I don't know how to dance. Oh, okay. Marijuana community say Arizona here. Okay then. Marijuana community, why you ain't coming? I'm putting you on blast. Why you ain't coming? Talk to me. You should be here. You should be here. Y'all remember that song? Who I think that was Tony that made that song. Hey Shamanic Witch, how you doing? And hey Camellia. I didn't speak to you. I spoke to everybody else. Hey Denesia, how you doing? Okay. Shamanic Witch says get you the right seeds. Too much GMO weed out here. Yeah, I had hope some. And they didn't put no fruit out. They just had some pretty flowers on them and some beautiful for foliage. Beautiful foliage. There wasn't no fruit or no vegetable on nothing. Okay. I see what you're saying. You talking to marijuana community. Marijuana community said marijuana dispensaries are now selling weed like it's crack. I'm gonna have to grow my own. Yeah, grow your own because all they done did is went in there and did that GMO thing and took all the THC out of it and all the other spiritual beneficial things in it out and just made it a medicine. You may as well be dealing with big pharma all over again. Hey Lolita. Hey Steve Gunther, how you doing? Yeah, I spoke to you already. Okay, I'm speaking. I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. Okay. 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 Marijuana community says soon, mama. Okay, don't you wait too late. We're having the rebirth in March, so get ready. Letting everybody know about the rebirth in advance, and that's coming up in March, which will be just right in time for the witches. May as well say it. You know, witches see it as the spring solstice right around that area and everything. Even though I will not be no longer, carrying the title and doing the things that they do, celebrating the holidays and everything. Still, I'm just talking about the correlation of it. The Christians call it Easter time, and everybody got different kind of names. Spring equinox, you name it. Okay. Hey, P.S. How you doing? And on this note, y'all, I'm out. I'm out. My butt hurts. Mama butt hurts because she holding Getty, and that's making my butt hurt. I'm not holding Getty making my butt hurt. It's just like I got to move. I ain't comfortable. I'm not comfortable, y'all. I got to ah. Somebody said they juicing. I sure was not having juice. Ain't good. I like cucumber. I like juiced cucumbers with lime water. That is real good. That really hydrates you, especially when you kind of dehydrated and your mouth is dry. That's a real good one. Cucumbers and cucumbers with some other stuff. I ain't gonna tell you everything. Just in case mama got somebody listening and she don't want to be listening and benefiting off of it. Y'all know how that is. I'm gonna do. I probably put it in my little Patreon or somewhere on my own, something like that, something private. And if you want to know how the things that I do and eat and everything, just text me. I'll let y'all know there. Because you could be fattening up your enemies so they can come after you. You may be getting your enemies well and stuff like that. Your ancestors putting a whooping on on your enemies and stuff, and you telling them what to do to get well. I ain't finna do that no more. And if I got any enemies out there that's benefiting off of what I'm telling them, what I'm telling y'all to do, and they plan on doing it, it's not gonna do you no good, baby. It's not gonna do you no good. So ain't no sense trying to do nothing I say if you know you don't like me because you're wasting your time. This is for people that like me. People who like mama don't mind telling. Thank you. Tiffany said, really enjoyed you this morning, Mom. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to go on because tonight I'm going to be back on once again, okay? And on this note, I'm out. What's going on? I guess I'm going to tear a little bit. What's going on with these current events out there? What's the current events? Y'all, I was looking at somebody and I was looking at their channel. I don't know what their channel was because Mr. Willie liked to, by the time he wind down and get ready to go to sleep, he likes to he like to watch ghost stores. That's what he liked to do. He liked to watch ghost stores. And this person was talking about a very intriguing ghost story. And it was about this channel. And I'm trying to see what the name of the channel was called. It was called Vanishing Sun. I think the name of it, they call itself Vanishing Sun. Something like that. Vanishing Sun or something like that. Vanishing Sun. I think it's called Vanishing Sun. It was a channel that tweeted. No, it was not a channel. It was a tweet. Tweet. They would tweet these events. And what they did was particularly interesting as he talked about this particular tweet channel. The person was saying that it was a lot of trouble where they were. And this is what's crazy. Let me tell you how can I explain it. It happened in 2018. And the person was saying that this the Vanishing Sun or whatever the name of the place was called. It said that the sun wasn't out where they were. There was no sun. In the daytime, the sun would come out. And they were showing the events. They also showed where there were riots. This was 2018 now. They showed that there were riots. They showed on their TV where from all the way from New York to Chicago, all the way to LA, the sun never shined. It stopped shining. It was completely dark every single day with no sun. Now, what I think happened, it was showing all these riots and all these fires, and people just took to the street and stuff for whatever reason. And these people was setting so many fires and looting and going crazy. 2018, mind you. And out of 2018, this was not happening. But in their 2018, they was actually showing the footage, and it was on there. Now, somebody said, well, maybe the person was working for a film production and they were just acting it out. But what I thought was interesting, if they were acting it out in 2018, some of those events that they were showing on their tweets are what's going on now. So whoever it is, whatever they were doing, it was like they were predicting the future. I mean, folks' cars were burning. Buildings was burning. It was so much burning until the smokes filled the skies where the sun wouldn't shine no more. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I found something else interesting. The person said the person was in lockdown in their house and they wouldn't come out. They wouldn't come out because folks was just going wild and crazy. So they said they stayed in. But finally they had to go out, and they went out in the woods, and then they saw this red face glowing in the night. Like fire. And I said, that sounds like one of those sun dragons or fire dragons that I was telling y'all that may be responsible for setting a lot of these fires and stuff that's going on. Now, when I hear the word dragon, the first thing I think about is China. We already know that Chinese people consider themselves as being descendants of the dragons. They have a lot of mythical dragon type creatures and stuff like that surrounding their actual traditions and cultures and stuff like that. Their gods and stuff. Now, China wants to actually rule the world, what I've read and what I've seen. They want to rule the whole entire globe. And China is giving America trouble saying, listen, we're going to decide who eats and who will not eat. This is China whole thing. So I believe China has the actual dragon working in conjunction with them to take the whole entire world. So it wouldn't surprise me that whoever this person is, because they had to be an oracle, okay? To show in 2018, it was just showing news reporters on TV saying the sun is still hadn't shined, and it was showing all these people screaming and running. And it looked real. Maybe it was, maybe what I don't care if they did make it up. How they know that this shit is going on now? 2018, fire was everywhere, so bad that the sun didn't shine. Okay, so that's telling us something. Okay, so watch China. Why is China saying that they're going to go ahead and get ready to launch their sun? Huh? Look, let me tell you something. This is all hearsay. I got a wild imagination. I'm not saying it's fact. But if China did decide to work with their dragons and burn up America and burn up the planet, black soot smoke everywhere the sun ain't shining, that'll be a good reason to go ahead and launch their sun so their sun can still continue to shine. Yep, and they also said they was gonna launch their moon too, because see now your moon covered up because you got all this smoke all in the sky. Oh, Marissa says earthquakes usually scare me, but the one in particular made me feel really vulnerable. So you was real, you was still shaking out. Is this the Marissa I know? Marissa, is this you? Is this my girl, Marissa? We be talking on the phone. Is this you? Press a one if that's you. Oh, okay, so this ain't my girl Marissa. Okay, Marissa, she's gone on to do some great things and stuff. She's doing tarot readings now. Okay, hey Marissa, glad to have you here. Okay, so y'all had an earthquake, shamanic witch. I need to look that up. But anyway, they said this particular person who did this is still posting tweets from 2018 to now. Now, what it sounds like, whoever this person is showing events before they happen. So they'll show the events. It's basically like what it sounds like they're ahead of us in time. So all of the things that we have not quite witnessed yet, they're already witnessing it. So I'm finished. If I can figure out what the name is, I'm gonna start following their tweets. But they're still tweeting other events, way, 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 way ahead of time. Marissa said when the smoke reached Southern California, the skies were orange and the sun tried its hardest to radiate through the smoke. It was a bright scarlet red. Oh, he was a bright scarlet red. I'm tell y'all, if China continues its way, because I really, really, really feel like to my because somebody showed me a picture of a dragon. I mean, well, they showed some footage of a dragon actually hitting that uh, building in Beirut. I think it was a building, nuclear plant in Beirut. And see, some of this stuff is still going on right now. This is not being talked about on your local news, but I got a feeling some of that is tied to China. The dragon is their symbol. The dragon is their god. The dragon is everything. While we around here talking about our eagles and stuff, they talking about their dragons, okay? Y'all done seen they little dishes, China dishes with dragons on. They all about the dragon. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do me some dragons. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, if they on that type, we're dealing with technology, and China may just be dealing with spirit, supernatural forces. I mean, we're talking about people who can actually make lettuce. They can make lettuce. We got to grow it. They can make it. And look at it on the internet. They make lettuce. They make eggs. They make them. We still around here, letting chickens lay eggs. They making eggs. So if they can do all of that, you're not gonna tell me that these people, which are heavily tied to their ancestors and ancients and all of that, they just tied down to it, that they're not able to work with a supernatural force like a dragon and come up here and burn up this whole thing up in here. We be out in the black soot. Like they said, we gonna decide who gonna eat and who ain't. Now we ain't got no sunlight here. We ain't gonna eat because it takes sun to grow food, y'all. And so if that spreads from out west out this way, then guess what? There's no the sunlight ain't gonna be over here neither. And that's how come they ran out them all through ran them hurricanes back to back through here to try to cool it off, hoping that it can sweep some cooling over towards the Pacific. Okay, any questions before I leave? Oh, that sounds like a bad earthquake. Okay, y'all. Any more questions before I go? Okay. Now we gathering the crowd around here for a change. Okay, I guess I'm out. Tiffany said, yeah, I saw that video of them making that fake food. Blew my mind. Couldn't believe it. Those are some magicians over there, y'all. Also, now this what blew my mind. I said it's funny how YouTube will let them mainstream through traffic, but they won't let my dog do it. I had did a video me walking Getty with two arms, and you could see Getty moving his own legs, and it was about to go viral, and YouTube kind of snatched it out of traffic and threw me over to the side. But they showed another guy that's like a doll maker that had a doll. It was made out of complete wood, just a wood doll. You could see the inside of the frame and everything, so wasn't nothing electrical or nothing going on, just like sticks of wood. And it had a head on him, like with a mask on, and it reminded me of Getty. He was holding the doll's hand, and the little doll was walking his own legs, with his own legs. And that was over there in China. So you definitely dealing with some. Y'all just look that up. Look at the magicians of China. They even have it where these people put these masks on, and then they shake their face to the left, and then when they come back, the face change. It'd be a different mask, and they shake their face again. It'd be like just different masks, just all kind of masks, just on their faces. I always like to watch those magicians. Hey, Nefer, sister, how you doing? Grand rising to you too. Okay. Okay, bye bye, y'all. I see y'all a little bit more earlier. Okay. I mean, not a little bit later, I guess. Okay, because this is early as it get for right now today, huh? Okay, I definitely will. She said just call her sister. No more questions. I guess I'm